President William Ruto has declared a 7-day period of national mourning following the death of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Odinga passed away on Wednesday morning in India, where he had been receiving medical treatment. During the mourning period, the Kenyan flag will fly half-mast across the country and in all Kenyan missions abroad until his burial. Ruto announced that Odinga will be accorded a state funeral with full honors. He also directed all government officials and diplomats not to fly the national flag on their official vehicles during the mourning period. India has offered assistance in repatriating Odinga's remains. A burial committee will be co-chaired by Deputy President 𝐶𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡 Odinga's elder brother, Senator Oburu Odinga.
In honor of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's extraordinary contribution to our nation, I have declared a 7-day period of national mourning, during which the national flag shall fly at half-mast across the Republic of Kenya and in all our missions abroad.
Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who was 80 years old, passed away in Kochi, India, where he had been receiving treatment for undisclosed illness.
Mr. Raila Amolo, 80 years old, former Kenyan Prime Minister, was brought to our emergency medicine today morning at 8:20 a.m. with a history of sudden collapse during his morning walk at 𝐶𝐚𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐬𝐬, which is an Ayurvedic hospital close to our place. Then itself, they had started CPR, that is cardiorespiratory resuscitation, and he was brought with a CPR, active CPR. His doctor and security were with him, and we continued CPR and did emergency intubation, that is putting a tube in the respiratory system, trachea, and continued CPR along with other resuscitation. After discussing with him, we went ahead with the thrombolysis with the injection ready place. Even we continued CPR, that is from 8 o'clock in 𝐶𝐚𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐬𝐬 till 9:52 in our ICU. With all other ACLS criteria, we continued CPR in spite of our very sincere, very continued CPR and other measures. We couldn't make him survive.
Born on January 7, 1945 in Maseno, Kisumu County, Odinga was the son of the Kenya's first Vice President Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. His political journey was marked by turbulence. He was arrested and charged with treason over the 1982 coup attempt, spent several years in detention under President Daniel Arap Moi's regime. Odinga served as the Member of Parliament for Lang'ata from 1992 to 2013 and became Kenya's Prime Minister in 2008 under President Mwai Kibaki following a disputed election. He ran for president 5 times in 1997, 2007, 2013, 2017 and 2022, each time alleging electoral fraud. In 2018, Odinga made peace with the then President Uhuru Kenyatta through the historic handshake, a truce that reshaped Kenya's political landscape but strained Kenyatta's relationship with his deputy at the time, William Ruto, who is now the current president. Despite losing the 2022 election to Ruto, Odinga later formed an alliance with him. In 2024, Ruto backed Odinga's bid for the African Union Commission chairmanship, though he was unsuccessful. By March 2025, the two leaders had agreed to form a broad-based government, a move that brought Odinga's ODM party into cooperation with Ruto's UDA following months of nationwide Gen Z-led anti-government protest. Tribute from around the world continue to pour in following the death of Raila Odinga, with leaders describing him as a towering figure in African democracy. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta hailed Odinga as a father to the nation and a true son of Kenya, adding that his legacy remains deeply entrenched in the country's journey towards peace and reform. Presidential aspirant, who's also the former Chief Justice David Maraga, remembered him as a patriot, a Pan-Africanist, and a Democrat, while African Union Commission Chair Mohamed Ali Yusuf praised his lifelong commitment to justice and people-centered development. Regional leaders echoed the outpouring of admiration. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed described Odinga as a patriot, a leader whose contribution to democracy will be remembered across Africa. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu mourned him as a peace lover and a Pan-African visionary. IGAD Executive Secretary Dr. 𝐄𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡 called him one of Africa's most iconic sons whose dedication to unity inspired generations. Security has been intensified across Nairobi and other major cities as thousands of Kenyans took to the streets to mourn the death of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. His passing, announced early Wednesday morning, triggered spontaneous gatherings in Kisumu, Mombasa, Homa Bay, Siaya, Kericho, and several other towns. Police have increased their presence to manage the large crowds and maintain public safety. And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk.